After watching episode 3, I'm sure a lot of people have been wondering why Vader didn't just kill Kenobi. Why not throw his lightsaber or use the Force to blow out the fire like he did moments ago? But let me try and explain my thought process.
This weapon is your life.
After leaving Mustafar, Kenobi thought Anakin was dead, which is why he's buried his lightsaber with Anakin's. Obi-Wan is dead, and Ben is just a shell of Kenobi. He's failed Satine, he's failed his order, and now he's failed his master and apprentice. His brother. He's got nothing to live for, and yet he's forced to walk out the rest of his days. Kenobi's clearly broken, scarred, he doesn't trust anybody. And when he decides to trust Hadja, he constantly second guesses himself, even though they've helped him already. He just assumes no one can be trusted, and the whole world is against him. Which is true. The Empire is after him.
That is if our new friend was telling the truth.
Why would he lie?
People are not all good, Leia. This is where he told us to come to.
Maybe they're just late?
Maybe it was a lie. I knew it. I never should have trusted him.
We don't know if maybe...
No one is coming here, Leia.
When Kenobi is found, Vader finds the complete opposite of the man he remembers. Obi-Wan wouldn't let anybody get hurt without putting himself on the line first. Obi-Wan would never have allowed the killing of a widow's husband and a child in front of her, leaving her to mourn the rest of her days. Dragging people on sand! I mean, there's nothing Anakin hates more than sand. The Obi-Wan he knew would never let any of these actions go unpunished. Obi-Wan would never have run away. He'd jump into fights head on, fought alongside his men. This was a coward.
You cannot run.
It's like going to school with someone you were best friends with, but things go south, you fight, you aren't friends anymore. All his friends and him start bullying you, outcast you. A few years later after graduating, you're going to be constantly thinking about what if you'd done something different about it? What if you stood up for yourself? Basically living in your head rent-free. One day you walk by the street, you see a homeless man. It was your friend who turned his back on you. Would you take your revenge then? At the lowest point in his life? Of course not. All those years in between, to beat up a homeless man, it would never suffice and satisfy all those years. Heck, you'd probably even feel bad for doing that afterwards. But this is how Anakin feels. Every second of Vader's life, he's in constant agony, and only one man is to blame. Kenobi. Not a day has gone by where Vader doesn't think of torturing and killing his old master. All this built up rage for 10 years. What does he get? His old master is nothing but a shell of his former self, completely broken inside out. Any greater exertion during the fight and Vader would have killed him or crippled him so bad that the fight would have been over forever. It would have been such an underwhelming disappointment from his perspective. Now, Vader did accept Kenobi's capture initially, once the opportunity was present, but once separated, he just allows him to go. So why has he done that? Why has he allowed this to happen? Why not just blow out the fire like he just did? Why not throw his lightsaber? It's an iconic move. I mean, I'd love to see him throw his lightsaber in this series, don't get me wrong, but I personally think that when Vader sees the droid rescue Kenobi, it made him realize that if he lets Kenobi go, Obi-Wan would just be even more aware of the threat that Vader is to him, to Luke, to Leia. It's a wake-up call. He is supposed to protect them, but he can't. And next time Kenobi will be ready. He has to be. And that's exactly what Vader wants. Vader not only wants his victory against Kenobi to be satisfying and earned, he also wants his fight to make Kenobi suffer endlessly, to be truly earned. Capturing him now would rob him of his earned and satisfying revenge. I mean, who doesn't want to see a cool training montage of Kenobi and Yoda, maybe Qui-Gon's Force Ghost, smoking Dagobah Bream? The final reason would be that around this time in the timeline, the rebellion would have started to be a bit of a nuisance. This is 5 years after Andor, 5 years before Rogue One, a few years before the formation of a rebellion which we see in Rebels. But if Kenobi is this weak, what chance does the rebellions have against him? Kenobi obviously has to get off this planet. They can let him go, track the ship, maybe use Leia as leverage. This is the perfect opportunity for Vader. He can snuff out all the sparks of rebellion.